The first trailer for the new version of The Running Man just dropped, and wow, it is absolutely wild. Directed by Edgar Wright and with Glen Powell starring in the titular role, I think we have a good one on our hands here, if the trailer is any indication of what we'll experience. The action looks incredible, the cast is fully locked in and selling every moment, and honestly, this trailer was so good it instantly shot the movie up to the top of my most anticipated list for the rest of the year. In this video, I'll analyze the trailer and talk about why I feel that way. I haven't done a video on the channel for a trailer for either a movie or TV show in a hot minute, but it feels good knowing that this is the one I am making a comeback for. Right off the bat, the first and absolute best thing to comment on is the cast, including our titular character of the Running Man himself, Ben Richards, played by Glen Powell. Glen has been seeing a rise to fame and stardom in the last however many years, with some calling him the next big movie star, at least within the male demographic of actors out there. I think the term movie star can get used a little loosely nowadays, and you can practically use it however you want to describe certain actors, but I would venture to say that he definitely fits the criteria, and I think his performance in this movie is showing me exactly why that's the case. The dude just has charisma for days on end, and I think so far, just based on the footage that we are seeing here, he is able to sell the kind of character that he is playing. This dude who has everything against him and everything to lose all at once. If he doesn't complete the mission of escaping from all these people hunting him down in order to win enough money to get him and his family out of poverty. His presence in the trailer was enough for me to root for his character, and I think that is exactly what you want going into a film from your audiences. On top of that, when you look at the rest of the stacked cast, this movie is just asking even more for fans of all kinds to come out and see it. Speaking to Glen's family, his wife is played by Jayme Lawson, who just very recently was the character of Brolin in Sinners, one of the most popular films, if not the most popular film of the year so far. I thought she was fantastic in that movie, along with the rest of that film's cast, and she's also the one who plays the newly elected mayor in Matt Reeves' version of Batman in that universe, in case anybody forgot that she was in that film as well. I think her and Glen could definitely have good chemistry together as husband and wife, and so I'd be very interested to see how they tackle that relationship, and in general, Glen has good chemistry with just about any actor he's around, so I'm not too worried about that. Then you have other names like Josh Brolin, who seemingly is playing the head CEO, or whatever his title is, of the organization that is running these games that Powell's Ben Richards is a part of. They show multiple shots to showcase that it is in fact the case. Brolin is a damn good actor, and I know that he'll do well as a slimy corporate kind of character. Colman Domingo was probably the standout for me, as he is playing the head game master for the games, and every second of his dialogue just oozes the essence of an actor that we already know is incredibly talented. This guy has been nominated for Oscars recently and is also becoming a much bigger name in the world of film. I can't wait to see him pull me in even more as that kind of character. And then you have a couple of other actors who are also making an appearance in this movie, like Lee Pace, who I don't think the trailer showed fully in the flesh, Katy O'Brien, who is another actor making her way into the world of film a lot more in popularity, and then of course the legend himself, Michael Cera, is here. He looks like he'll be more of a rebellious kind of character who helps Glen Powell in his mission to escape all these people hunting him down, and the gag at the end with the water gun as he kills those people in the hallway is absolutely perfect. That's the kind of stuff that I love to see. All around, the cast looks excellent, but I think what I'm hoping is another main talking point within this movie as we come out of seeing it is Edgar Wright as the director. He is a director that is known for his more wacky, wild, and comedic-based movies, and as the trailer is showing us, we are basically getting all of those tones that he is used to putting within his movies. His last movie was a bit of a departure from what he is known for doing with The Last Night in Soho that came out 4 years ago, and I want to say that this is him returning back to the style that works best for him, so I think that will make a lot of fans of his work very happy if they weren't as on board with his last movie that in a way was more of a psychological thriller along with being a horror movie at times. Given I myself have only seen a few movies within his filmography, namely Shaun of the Dead and Baby Driver, Driver, which is my personal favorite, I think we are seeing a lot of something like Baby Driver within this movie. To anyone watching this video who has seen more of his filmography than I have, are you getting more of a Baby Driver feeling in this film, or do you think any of his other movies that I haven't seen yet are also feeding within the tone that he has set within The Running Man? Please do let me know in the comments. I think the other reason why I'm very excited to see what he's going to do, especially when I mention a movie like Baby Driver, is that the action looks absolutely fantastic. Everything as of right now that is within this almost 3-minute long trailer is showing that Edgar has the eye for how you are supposed to be shooting action sequences. Everything feels and looks like it's going to be done in camera, done as practically as possible without the need to use CGI where it's not needed, and it's also unique to itself that it can have fun with it and not feel too ridiculous. I'm sure that some people will look at some of the action scenes in this trailer and say that it is a bit too ridiculous for their liking and maybe not as realistic given how much Glen's character is able to get away with stuff. But I think that just adds to the charm of how much fun it will be, especially if you were somebody who can turn off their brain and go in just wanting to have a good time. That's how I always go into movies. I always want to go in knowing that I want to enjoy it first before I would ever want to go in wanting to critique it. I think that's an unhealthy mindset that has plagued many people these days when they go into watching movies and television, and it's a mindset that I think we need to move away from, and we need to go back to when people would just try and go into a movie thinking that they can have a good time with it along with all of the other strangers around them seeing it together. From an action perspective, I feel like this is a movie that is going to really bring people together from that point of view. The final thing I definitely want to mention here, and I think is very important for you all to know, is that I still have not seen the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie version of The Running Man, and I also have not read Stephen King's story that it is based on. There is a good chance that I will probably watch the original Schwarzenegger movie before I see this new movie, but I will not probably read the book that it's based on, so I'm probably going to have a very fresh set of eyes to what kind of story it is telling, especially given that I've heard the Schwarzenegger movie is not at all related to the story that King wrote. I can see within this trailer that they are going to pay a little bit more attention to what Stephen King's story was talking about with regards to all the commentary that the story has within it and the themes of certain real-world stuff that King put within his own story. Topics of capitalism, oppression, and what it means to live under a system that is fueled and run by the rich to the point where they are now making game shows out of the ones who are in the lowest classes. It's a very cliche thing that we've seen in other pieces of entertainment media, like Hunger Games, for example, which is the first thing that comes to mind. A world set within a post-apocalyptic timeline where the now rich of the world are heading these Hunger Games to put kids into it to kill each other and win the glory of the district that they represent. The Running Man clearly represents that more within the class system that people are a part of, and I certainly don't think that this movie is going to shy away from talking about those themes and to make a commentary out of it. Given what we are seeing within some stuff in real life right now, I certainly think that it's going to be very topical for the time that we're living in. I think the movie is going to try and tackle all of that, while also trying to make it a fun action movie along with everything else that I've mentioned in this video. Hopefully, the mix of tones and the writing of the story with regards to those themes and commentary is able to mix together well and hopefully give us a film that I am extremely excited for as it comes out later on in this year. And there you have it. That is my commentary and analysis of the trailer for Edgar Wright's The Running Man. What do you all think of my commentary, and what was your favorite part of the trailer? Leave your comments down below, and thank you all for stopping by my channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new here, and turn on that notification bell. I'm trying to build a community on here, and your support would be appreciated. We just hit 10,000 subscribers recently on the channel, and I hope that number continues to grow. That's a wrap, folks. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for the next video.